key of B in the key of B by Yom Sheni. Now we established the key of B. This is the key of B right here. B na 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 na. Into the realm of the PL-89, into the realm of the higher time, into the realm of the Messiah time. It is simple to sing the tune. Match the sun up with the moon, with the sun and before the moon, as per Psalm 72 is true. Please see Psalm 72, verse 5. Two calendars are one, match the moon up with the sun. And with that our work it is done. And with that our work it is done. And with that our work it is done. It's fun. This is the PL-89 Gematriatic Quantum Thought Calendar for Monday. March 23rd. It's Shaka Khan's birthday today. I think her name is Yvette Marie Stevens. Is that right? Something like that. So, yeah, March 23rd. 323. It's also the area code of Los Angeles. One of the area codes in Los Angeles. But 323, March 23rd, 2026. It is Yom Sheni, second day of the week, the fifth day of Nisan. 5786. The parsha of the week is Parshat Tzav. And Daf Yomi for today is Menachos 71. This is the PL-89 Gematriatic Quantum Thought Calendar. It is a Gematria, like the title is, it's Gematria and it's thoughts, and they're quantum thoughts. Thoughts that connect everything with everything else, seeing bigger things that represent, or smaller things that represent bigger things, vice versa. And it's all done through numbers. It's all mathematical. And it's done primarily through two calendars. It's the Gregorian calendar, on which today is March 23rd, and the Hebrew calendar, on which today is 5 Nisan. They are put together into one calendar. So, like typically if you look at a calendar and you'd say, okay, what box am I going to check? You look at one box on the calendar, and that's the day. But in this calendar, you look at two boxes. One for the Hebrew date and one for the Gregorian date. And every number, obviously, has can be turned into a word. Because if every letter has a numerical value, then any number can be turned into a word, and any word can be turned into a number. That's the alphanumeric process known as Gematria. And the calendar uses that in developing ideas and giving them momentum, through time and over time. And an example, there's different methods on how to use it. I've explained how it was made, how you read it. I might go over that very quickly now. It's a 90-day calendar. It's what you're looking at is 80 boxes. 80 and every number is, you can see it as a word. If I say 80, immediately I'm saying HaKohen, meaning the priest. Because in Hebrew, HaKohen is equal to 80. So there's 8 columns and there's 10 rows. So that's 80 days. And there's something here. It's invisible, but it's very much used. It's called the 10-day twilight, 10-day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. until 10. And that makes your 90 days, that's your quarter of a year, your 3 months. And this calendar was once known as the Mercury calendar, because Mercury, as it's published, is that Mercury orbits the sun in 87 point something of our Earth days. So that's about 3 months. 87 days is almost 90 days. And so in this system, anytime you look at a number, you're always thinking of a word. Numbers are just words. They're like multifaceted words because a number can be 100 words. And that's the whole advantage of gematria. The advantage of gematria is that when you look at one word and you see 10 words, you can get a bigger picture of the connection between things. I'll give an example, an incredible example, and I think something really couldn't be better than this. I mean, everything is like this. That's very good. In that, in English gematria, and people might think it only works with Hebrew. It's not true. English has some amazing gematrias. I'll give you an example. The word buy, as in purchase, B-U-Y, has a numerical value in English gematria of 48. Well, guess what? The word sell, with the same gematria cipher, equals exactly 48. Now, I don't know about you, but I just don't think that's a coincidence. The fact that buy, to purchase something, and to sell, to offer it up for purchase, has the same exact numerical value, but it gets better. The word trade is equal to 48 exactly. Now, buy equals 48, sell equals 48, trade equals 48. Come on. That's not by accident. It's not. So when you see those, I'll give you another one that's really neat. The word why, the question like why, for what reason, why, is equal to 56. Well, would you be surprised if the word because also equals 56? For what reason? What is the why? Because there is a cause, and they both equal 56. And I'll give you one more just to make it a 3 is like a chazaka. It's like an established number in Hebrew. So the word for key, well, K-E-Y. K is the 11th letter, E is the 5th, Y is the 25th. Add that together, it's 41. Well, guess what? Would you be surprised that the word lock is also equal to 41? L is the 12th letter, O is the 15th, C is the 3rd, K is the 11th. Add 12, 15, 3, and 11. You'll get 41 as well. So lock is equal to key, Y is equal to because, buy is equal to sell is equal to trade. I mean, when you see that, it's like you don't have to be a genius to see that there's something going on here. It's like it's very evident, it's apparent that there's something, there's a intentional structure, mathematical structure within the English language, as well as Hebrew. And I can give many more examples in English and in Hebrew, just like this, exactly like this. Now the question is, once you have this knowledge, what do you do with it? Well, it's not so much about what you do with it, but it gives you a picture of how to think about what to do at any given time. If someone comes in and their name is Jack, let's say, and I have a choice between someone that this person is connected to two other men, let's say, two other male names. Let's just say between Steve or Brad, I'm going to pick Brad because Jack is equal to Brad. They're both equal 25. Steve is equal to 71. But it depends. Maybe there's some other words that would suggest that you have to go the opposite. That you would have to not pick Brad. Certain things, and these rules are being developed. Like sometimes if something comes into the equation that says go counter, then I would know not to pick Brad because Brad equaled Jack. The point is I know that Brad equals 25 and I know that Jack equals 25. Therefore, I can use contrast or compare respectively depending on what the algorithm is. And that this is the cryptology, the cryptography that I'm developing based on the Gematriatic Thought Calendar. Now back to the calendar, back to the sun and the moon. Is okay. Today is March 23rd. So the 23rd day in this calendar, it's always going to be in a box that's printed the number 10 on it, right here. In dispensation 3, that's where we're in right now. March 23rd will always be right here. So now your solar number is going to be 10. I'm thinking about March 10th, which was 13 days ago, which is like the Julian calendar, which is the Julian calendar. I'm thinking that I remember seeing that Chuck Norris passed away recently. I think about Chuck Norris. Why did I say Chuck Norris? Because Chuck Norris' birthday is March 10th. Now let me see if it's true. Chuck Norris. I remember seeing that he passed away. He mamish passed away. Yeah, March 19th, 2026. Today's, a few days ago. Taka passed away. He wasn't young. He was 86. But his birthday, he had just turned 80. He just turned 86. He just turned 86, March 10th. So why am I saying March 10th right now? I happen to know that Chuck Norris is born on March 10th. That's part of it. You have to know a lot of just birthdays in general. Okay? So today is March 23rd, and I don't think I mentioned this before, but the Julian calendar is very instrumental in this calendar as well. The Julian calendar is 13 days behind the Gregorian calendar for the next 100 years or so. 100 years? No, maybe 80 years or something. Up until 2099. Okay, less than 80 years, maybe 70-something years. Enough for us to deal with. Then it goes, it's a gradual drift. It's a few minutes each year it loses. And so from 1905 to like 2099, it's 13 days behind the Gregorian. So if we're March 23rd, so then the Julian is going to be March 10th. And so today is March 10th on the Julian, and today is Chuck Norris's birthday on the Julian. And so what's interesting is that it's very special today because today the box number is 10, and the 10 is always going to be 23. So it doesn't always work out that way. But today is extra special for some reason. So anyway, the solar number is going to be 10 today. And the lunar number, since it is the 5th of Nisan, so the 5th is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, will always be in box 32. So the process is you add 32 and 10. Of course, you get 42. And 42 is written out as a word, F-O-R-T-Y. TWO, and then the numerical value of that is 142. It's very interesting to note that 42 is equal to 142. If you do English writing and then you translate that into a number. So that's an interesting thing in its own right. 42 is equal to 142. It's kind of interesting. And then you take 142, make that into a word, make that into a number. It'll be something else. I don't know, 267 maybe, who knows, I'm just guessing. And then back to a word, number, word, until it gets to a point where it will repeat. It will eventually repeat. You go up into a certain point, and then after that point, a few more iterations afterwards, it will come back to whatever it was, about five hits before that. 5 tries, 5 runs, whatever. And I'm very interested in this math because if you can calculate ideas as numbers and see when they repeat, when they come back around again, this can have tremendous implications and ramifications in information theory, data science. Who knows what the outcome could be, but this is the study that the PL-89 concerns itself with. If you are a mathematician and you have something to contribute to this, if you are, or even if you know what this type of mathematics this is, I'm not inclined to think it's arithmetic. It's like some kind of alphanumeric mathematics. But anyway, thanks for listening.